Let me ask you something. How many times have you let someone's words ruin your day? How many times have you handed your joy to another person's negativity? How many nights have you gone to bed replaying an argument, wishing they treated you better, wishing you had said something different? Let me tell you the truth. Your peace is yours. Your happiness is yours. And no one has the right to take that from you. But here's reality. People will test you. They will disrespect you. They will push your buttons. That's life. You cannot control what they do. But you can always control what you allow to bother you. So today I'm going to show you how to walk through life untouchable. How to move with so much strength, so much peace that no one can break you down. Most people live like emotions are storms, unpredictable, uncontrollable. But emotions are not storms. They are responses, and responses can be controlled. Think about it. Two people face the same situation. One explodes with rage. The other stays calm. The difference isn't in the event. It's in the person. That difference is control. Mindset control. The moment you realize you decide how you feel, you unlock a power most people never experience. You stop being a puppet to situations, and you become the master of your own mind. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct is to snap back, to defend yourself. But ask yourself, what do you gain? Nothing. All you're doing is handing them your energy, your focus, your peace. They walk away in control while you carry their poison. That's not power, that's weakness in disguise. True strength is restraint. It's looking someone in the eye when they try to provoke you and not reacting. It's smiling, nodding, and walking away. That's power. That's control. A fire without fuel burns out. And when you refuse to feed their drama, you take away their power instantly. Listen, he who angers you controls you. If someone can ruin your mood just by opening their mouth, then who's really in control? Not you, them. They walk away free. You walk away chained. And you deserve better. You deserve peace. Protect your peace like it's money in your pocket. Imagine carrying $1,000 and letting a stranger snatch half of it just because they wanted to. You'd never allow that. So why hand over your joy, your focus, your mental stability so easily? Every time you let someone drag you into negativity, you're giving them a piece of you. For free. And most of them, they aren't even worth it. Their drama isn't your burden. Their opinions don't define you. The truth is, the people who master their emotions are the ones who win in life. They stay calm when everyone else is reactive. They make smart moves while others waste time on impulse. Great leaders, successful people, you don't see them losing themselves over small insults. They don't have time for it. Neither should you. Not everything deserves your reaction. Not everything deserves your energy. Here's the secret. Your emotions don't belong to anyone else. They belong to you. You choose how you feel. You choose whether something deserves a reaction. That is freedom. That is power. And with practice, it gets easier. The more you pause before reacting, the more you breathe before speaking, the stronger that muscle becomes. Until one day you realize the things that used to shake you no longer move you because you took your power back. That's how you change your life. That's how you rise above the noise. When you control your emotions, you control your future. You move through the world with quiet power. People feel it without you saying a word. Because here's the truth. Real power is not in shouting the loudest. Real power is in silence. Silence is not weakness. Silence is mastery. It shows you're so secure in yourself you don't need to explain, defend, or argue. Your presence speaks louder than words. That's why the quiet ones are the most dangerous. They don't flinch. They don't react. They move in silence, and their unpredictability makes them untouchable. And when someone tries to drag you into their nonsense when they're waiting for you to explode, the most powerful response you can give is none. Because silence destroys drama. Silence frustrates the weak. Silence is control. In a world full of noise, the one who masters silence holds the true power. So from this moment forward, decide. No one controls my emotions. No one steals my energy. My peace is mine. My power is mine. And I will never give it away again. You show that you operate on a different level, one of control, wisdom, and restraint. And that is exactly what sets you apart from the crowd. There is a time to speak, and there is a time to hold back. Not every thought deserves a voice. Not every reaction deserves to be spoken out loud. Some of the most powerful moves in history were made in silence. A look, a pause, a refusal to engage. These have changed the course of events. The world has been shaped not only by those who spoke, but also by those who knew when not to. Sometimes the smartest thing you can say is nothing at all, because silence forces people to reflect. It forces them to wonder. It makes them face their own words instead of feeding off yours. People who talk too much, who always need to be heard, who never stop to think, those are the easiest to manipulate. Their emotions own them. Their need for validation makes them predictable. But the one who holds silence, the one who does not react, the person is dangerous in the best way. That person is unreadable. That person always has the upper hand. While others are busy arguing, they are observing. While others are caught up in emotion, they are thinking 5 steps ahead. That is what makes silence power. That is what makes restraint strength. Silence is discipline. It takes courage to hold your tongue when you know you could win an argument. It takes strength to walk away when someone is provoking you. But every time you choose silence over reaction, you prove something important, that you are in control. You are not ruled by impulse. You are not a slave to emotion. You move on your own terms. And that is the greatest advantage you can ever have in life. Because when you control yourself, nothing and no one else can control you. That is a level of freedom most people never reach. The greatest moves are always made quietly. The most powerful people in the world don't announce their every thought, every plan, every feeling. They move in silence. They let people wonder. They let their success, their actions, their results speak for them. That's what you must do. Stop explaining yourself to people who don't matter. Stop arguing with people who don't want to understand. Stop wasting your energy on those who don't deserve it. Let your silence speak. Let your discipline make the statement. Let your presence be enough. Let your presence be enough. So the next time someone disrespects you, the next time they try to drag you into anger, the next time they wait for your reaction, don't give it. Just smile. Just walk away. Because in that moment, you've already won. When silence becomes your strength, there is nothing anyone can do to shake you. Good. People will come at you with negativity. They will throw their criticisms, their opinions, their insecurities at you. Some will do it intentionally to bring you down. Others will do it unconsciously, projecting their pain onto you. But no matter where it comes from, you always have a choice. You can absorb it, let it sink in, let it shape how you feel. Or you can recognize it for what it is and let it pass through you like the wind. The difference between those who crumble and those who stand unshaken is simple. They don't take things personally. They understand the source but refuse to absorb the poison. Hurt people try to hurt people. Insecure people try to make others feel small. When you understand that, you stop letting their words carry weight. You stop holding emotions that were never yours to begin with. Imagine someone hands you a bag full of garbage. You have 2 choices. Carry it with you all day, let the smell ruin your mood, or refuse to take it. That's what negativity is. When people dump their anger, bitterness, or pain onto you, you don't have to accept it. You can see it, understand it, and simply not take it in. That is emotional detachment. It doesn't mean you're cold. It doesn't mean you don't care. It means you refuse to be a sponge for other people's toxic energy. You refuse to let their storm become your storm. Because if you let every rude comment, every insult, every bad mood dictate how you feel, you will never have peace. You will always live at the mercy of others. And that is not living. That is slavery. Your power is too valuable to be handed over so easily. So when criticism comes, ask yourself, does this carry truth or is it just someone's projection? If it's truth, learn from it. If it's bitterness, let it go. Not every voice deserves your response. Not every opinion deserves your attention. Be like a mountain. The storm can rage, the wind can blow, the rain can pour, but the mountain does not move. It stands unshaken. That is how you must be. Let people's negativity flow around you like water. Their pain is theirs, not yours. Their battles are not your burden. Understand them, but don't absorb them. That understanding is what sets you free. The people who live in constant anger, stress, and frustration are the ones who absorb everything. They carry words that were never meant for them. They allow poison to take root inside them. Over time, it drains them. So Denzel. But those who choose not to absorb, they move lighter. They don't hold on to grudges. They don't carry petty arguments. They choose peace every time. And that is what makes them unstoppable. This doesn't mean you ignore everything. It means you become selective. You recognize what deserves your energy and what doesn't. Some criticism will help you grow. Take it. But anything born from jealousy, hate, or insecurity is not yours to carry. Let it roll off you like rain on a roof. The moment you stop absorbing, you become untouchable. The moment you stop letting other people's negativity shape your reality, you become free. So when someone tries to pull you down, don't react. Just observe. Understand their pain, their insecurity, their frustration, but don't make it your own. You are here to rise. You are here to grow. And you are here to protect your energy at all costs. Because once you master that, nothing and no one can ever break you again. Your peace is your power. And once you hold on to it, you will never be shaken. When you protect your peace as if it's the rarest treasure you own, nothing can shake you. No person, no challenge, no storm of negativity can disturb what you've built inside. Because peace isn't something people hand to you. It's something you create, something you defend. And if you don't guard it, the world will take it piece by piece. Every single day, there will be people who test you. They'll try to pull you into their drama, their arguments, their chaos. But in the end, it's your decision. Engage and lose yourself, or rise above and keep your strength. The truth is, negativity hates calm. People who are always stressed, bitter, or angry can't stand to see someone who is steady, collected, and in control. It unsettles them. Your peace reminds them of what they don't have. And instead of fixing themselves, they'll try to break you. They'll push your buttons. They'll throw insults. They'll look for cracks in your patience. And the moment you react, the moment you match their energy, you give them exactly what they wanted. You lose a piece of your peace. Do it often enough, and you'll find yourself drained, distracted, and powerless. That's why your peace must be non-negotiable. You have to guard it like something sacred, untouchable. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Not every conversation deserves your voice. Not every insult deserves your reply. Because every time you waste energy on the meaningless, you step away from the meaningful. You cannot win if you keep fighting battles that don't matter. That's not strength. That's weakness disguised as pride. Real power lies in restraint. Real strength is knowing when to walk away. Picture yourself as a ruler sitting high on a throne. Beyond the castle walls, the crowd is shouting. Some call your name. Some throw insults. Some demand your attention. You could walk down, argue, fight, and try to prove yourself. But in doing so, you leave your throne. You step down from your power, or you could remain seated, unmoved, untouchable. Because a king doesn't argue with the crowd. A queen doesn't explain herself to every voice outside her castle. That's what protecting your peace looks like. You don't lower yourself to meet negativity. You rise above it. You remain unshaken. Protecting your peace means learning the art of a no. No to pointless drama. No to toxic relationships. No to situations that drain instead of fuel you. Your time, your focus, your energy, they are not free for everyone. They are reserved for what truly matters. Every interaction you allow into your life either adds to your peace or takes from it. And if something is not helping you grow, if it does not serve your future, it doesn't belong in your world. People will talk. They will misunderstand. They will create stories about you that aren't even true. And you must let them. Because their perception isn't your reality. Their opinion doesn't define your path. The moment you live for their approval, you hand over your peace. You cannot chase validation and still hold on to clarity. You must choose peace or approval, power or distraction. And the day you decide to stop explaining yourself, stop proving yourself, stop handing your energy to people who don't deserve it, that's the day you become untouchable. This isn't about running from every problem. It's not about pretending life is smooth. It's about wisdom. It's about knowing which battles are worth fighting and which ones only waste your time. Some conflicts resolve themselves. Some situations don't change no matter how much you argue. And some fights are never worth your throne. That wisdom, to walk away from the meaningless and focus only on the meaningful, that's real peace. The greatest danger to your peace is attachment, to people, to opinions, to toxic situations that chain you down. The more attached you are, the more control they have over you. The secret is detachment, not from love or passion or purpose, but from chaos, from drama, from anything that poisons your spirit. And once you let go of what doesn't serve you, you become lighter. The lighter you are, the freer you are. Free to focus on your growth, your purpose, your destiny. Guard your peace as if your life depends on it, because in truth, it does. Your peace is your anchor. It's your foundation. It's the steady force that keeps you clear, confident, and unshaken. Once you master it, once you protect it fiercely, you step into a power most people never know. Because the one who cannot be shaken, the one who refuses to let chaos control them, that person is unstoppable. Distractions will always surround you. Every day, the world will test your focus, your discipline, your resolve. It might come through negativity from others, through fear whispering in your mind, or through the temptation of comfort and procrastination. But if you give in, if you let these things pull you away, you will lose time. And time once gone never comes back. That's why focus is not optional. It's survival. Most people don't fail because they're weak or unskilled. They fail because they lose focus. They let small setbacks derail them. They let opinions discourage them. They let fear convince them to quit. And before long, their dreams remain just that, dreams. Nothing more than what could have been. But that doesn't have to be your story. You can choose differently. You can choose to lock in, to shut out the noise, to stay loyal to your purpose, no matter who doubts you. Not everyone is meant to understand your vision. Not everyone will cheer for your journey. But that doesn't matter, because your path belongs to you. And if you can guard your peace, protect your energy, and stay true to your focus, you'll build a life others only dream about. A life of clarity. A life of strength. A life of unstoppable purpose was never meant for them. It was given to you. That's why so many waste years explaining their dreams to people who were never supposed to understand. They argue, they defend, they try to convince. But listen, convincing isn't winning. Explaining isn't building. Results are. Success is the only explanation you'll ever need. When you win, when you build, when you rise, that's the proof. No more waiting for applause. No more begging for approval. Stay locked in, let your results do the talking. And here's the truth. Discipline is the backbone of success. Motivation will come and go like the weather. Some mornings you'll wake up unstoppable. Other days you'll feel empty, tired, even broken. But the ones who succeed, they show up anyway. They push when they're exhausted. They work when emotions scream a quit. They don't let feelings run their destiny, because feelings are temporary. Purpose is permanent. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be nights you stare at the ceiling asking yourself, oh, why me? But setbacks aren't endings. They're lessons. They're not walls. They're checkpoints. Every champion you've ever admired has been punched by failure. The difference? They refused to stay down. They turned every fall into a rise, every wound into wisdom. The only real failure is quitting. As long as you keep moving, you're still alive in the game. But distraction is the silent killer. People will pull you away. Some on purpose, jealous of what you're building. Some without even realizing it, burying you under their gossip, their drama, their noise. And then comes the greatest enemy of all, your own mind. Doubt, fear, insecurity. They whisper, you're not ready. You can't do this. Slow down. But those are lies. You are ready. You are capable. And while you hesitate, someone else is grinding. Someone else is stealing your spot. That's why you can't afford to waste time. Stop trying to do everything. Stop trying to please everyone. Greatness doesn't come from being everywhere. It comes from being locked in, obsessed, relentless. The ones who win? They don't scatter. They focus. They go all in on one thing. They master it. They dominate it. They commit until there is no competition left standing. Understand this. Your dream is your duty. No one's going to wake you up. No one's going to drag you to your purpose. No one's going to hand you the life you want. It's on you. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. If you want it, you have to grind when no one's cheering. You have to stay consistent when no one's watching. Success is lonely, but the reward is freedom. And part of that freedom? Learning to let go. Because carrying pain, resentment, anger, it's like running a marathon with chains on your back. You can't go far. You can't rise high. You can't reach your peak with that weight pulling you down. The moment you release it, the moment you drop the burden, you become free. That's not weakness. Choosing peace over pride. Choosing growth over grudges. Too many people are prisoners of the past, chained to mistakes, to heartbreaks, to a what-ifs. They replay old failures, old betrayals, old versions of themselves, and then they wonder why the future feels out of reach. The truth, they're not stuck because of life. They're stuck because of attachment. Clenched fists can't grab new blessings. You can't hold tomorrow while gripping yesterday. Life doesn't wait for you to heal. Time doesn't stop for you to overthink. The clock keeps ticking, whether you move or not. And the longer you hold on to what's gone, the more you rob yourself of what could be. I'm some in on the journey. Some people will live their whole lives in that prison, but not you. Not if you choose differently. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. It doesn't mean the pain didn't matter. It means it no longer controls you. You acknowledge it. You learn from it. And then you release it. Because when you hold bitterness, it owns you. But when you release it, you own your future. And yes, the hardest thing to release is people. People you loved, people you trusted, people you thought were forever. But here's the truth. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your destiny. How? Some people were lessons, not lifetimes. Some were chapters, not the whole book. Keeping them in your story when their part is over only keeps you stuck. Letting go is faith. Faith that the future is greater than the past. Faith that every closed door is pointing you to the right one. Faith that endings are not losses, they're setups for beginnings. When you believe that, letting go stops feeling like pain and starts feeling like power. And remember, letting go isn't a one-time event. It's a decision you renew daily. Daily. Every time bitterness creeps in, you remind yourself, I choose peace. Every time anger whispers, you say, I choose freedom. That's how you win. That's how you protect your destiny. Because at the end of the day, your purpose, your success, your peace, it all comes down to one thing. Focus. Quote, focus when it's hard. Focus when it's painful. Focus when the world tries to pull you off track. Stay locked in, stay disciplined, stay relentless. Because the only way you lose is if you quit. It's not just an attitude, it's a lifestyle, a mindset. A discipline of refusing to let your past or your pain steal your present joy. Too many people are stuck waiting for an apology, waiting for validation, waiting for someone to admit they were wrong before they move on. But here's the truth. You don't need their permission to heal. You don't need their approval to rise. Closure is not something the world hands you. It's something you create within yourself. Because if you keep waiting for others to give you peace, you may be waiting forever. And while you're stuck replaying the pain, the people who hurt you are living their lives unbothered, untouched. Why chain your happiness to someone else's choices? Why hold your future hostage to an apology that may never come? Let go. Release it. Not for them, for you. Sure, John. Because holding on doesn't punish them, it poisons you. It drains your spirit, clouds your joy, and locks you in the past. Letting go isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the decision that your peace is worth more than your pride, and your future is worth more than your resentment. And there will be moments, no doubt, when life tests you. Someone will disrespect you. Someone will betray you. Someone will try to humiliate you. In those moments, you will have a choice. Fight back with anger or rise with grace. Being the bigger person doesn't mean you accept disrespect. It means you refuse to let their behavior dictate your character. Understand this, real strength is not in reaction, but in restraint. Anybody can lash out. Anybody can clap back. That's easy. But true power is walking away. True discipline is silence when provoked. True wisdom is choosing peace when chaos begs for your attention. The moment you drop to their level, you lose. The second you let their chaos pull you out of character, they win. Don't give them that satisfaction. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Not every battle deserves your energy. Some people don't want solutions, they want to see you break. They crave your anger. Don't feed them. Refuse to engage. When you stay calm, steady, unshaken, you win without even fighting. Think about it. How many grudges are you still holding? How many nights have you lost to replaying old wounds? And what has it given you? Peace, happiness, growth? No, just anxiety, heaviness, and wasted energy. Forgiveness doesn't excuse them. It frees you. Carrying bitterness is like drinking poison hoping they'll die. But you're the one suffering. Some people will never admit they were wrong. Some will never apologize. Some will never change. Don't wait for them. Learn to move forward without closure. Learn to be okay without validation. Choosing to rise above doesn't mean they deserved forgiveness. It means your future deserved freedom. Surround yourself wisely. The company you keep shapes the life you live. Energy is contagious. If you surround yourself with gossip, fear, and excuses, you'll inherit their limits. But if you surround yourself with ambition, focus, and vision, you'll start to see yourself differently. You'll think bigger. You'll grow higher. Your environment is either building you or breaking you. Just because someone has history with you doesn't mean they deserve a place in your destiny. Some people are addicted to negativity. They thrive on excuses. They drag others into their storm. Don't let their storm drown your fire. Guard your space. Guard your mind. What you read, what you watch, what you listen to, everything you consume is programming you. Feed your mind doubt and fear, and that's what will grow. Feed it belief, focus, and discipline, and that's what will multiply. Your mind is your greatest weapon, but only if you train it. You don't build muscle by going to the gym once a month. You don't build mental strength by waiting for motivation. You build it by showing up every single day, by feeding your mind power, by rejecting excuses. Well, by disciplining your focus when the world tries to distract you. Life will test you. You will face setbacks, failures, disappointments. And in those moments, the strength of your mind will decide whether you break or break through. Winners don't prepare during the battle. They prepare before it. Every day is training. Every thought is training. Every choice is training. You are either strengthening your mind or weakening it. So don't wait for the perfect time to begin. Start now. Start messy. Start when it's hard. Start when it's uncomfortable. Discipline isn't born in comfort. It's forged in struggle. Every time you push through when you don't feel like it, you're building a mind that refuses to quit. Because at the end of the day, your greatest power is control. Control over your thoughts. Control over your emotions. Control over your response. You can't control life, but you can control how you face it. And that is what separates the ones who rise from the ones who stay stuck. So I leave you with this. Protect your peace. Guard your energy. Train your mind daily. Let go of what drags you backward. Surround yourself with vision, with growth, with purpose, and never let anyone, no person, no pain, no distraction, pull you out of character. You are in control. You are stronger than the chaos. You are unshakable when you choose to be. Step into that truth. Live from that strength. And rise higher, freer, and greater than ever before.